Charges have been filed against the alleged assassins of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo 3 days after his murder. More areas declare a state of calamity as the oil spill in Mindoro remains uncontained. Fewer drivers and operators joined the transport strike against the PUV modernization program. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Angela Lagunzan. Multiple murder and frustrated murder complaints have been filed against 4 suspects in the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo. Justin Punsalang with the details.
2 of the 4 apprehended suspects in the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo is currently under witness protection program of the DOJ. The other 2 were transferred to the custody of the Philippine National Police in Camp Crame. According to the Special Investigation Task Group Degamo, they have collected a wealth of information from the statements of the suspects. These information are helpful in their investigation and in tracking down the other suspects still at large. Even recovered evidence yielded positive results.
May mga nag-match during the ballistic examination. The owners of these vehicles were identified. We have coordinated with the Land Transportation Office. There were prints taken from the vehicles. This will be processed for DNA testing.
Meanwhile, all law enforcers assigned at the Bayawan City Police Station have been relieved. They are now at the Negros Oriental Provincial Police Office, while their replacements have already been sent at their former station.
This is an operational and tactical decision by the command, probably to make sure that the remaining suspects will be arrested.
This morning, members of the upper chamber led by Senate President Mig Zubiri paid their respects to Governor Degamo. With him were Senators J.V. Ejercito, Win Gatchalian, Joel Villanueva, and Pia Cayetano. There, they presented to the Degamo family the Senate resolutions honoring Degamo and condemning the attacks against him and other public officials. Zubiri called for the dismantling of private armies and a manhunt on gun-for-hire syndicates. This, he said, could end the killings and attacks on public officials.
Dapat yan mabuwag, mahuli, ma-neutralize, kunin yung mga baril nila, and we'll send a strong statement that this administration will not tolerate gun-for-hire syndicates, illegal firearms, or private armies.
Zubiri believes it's not necessary to declare a state of emergency as suggested by fellow Senator Amy Marcos. Senators assured that they will continue their separate investigation on the incident. They have invited PNP Chief Rodolfo Azurin Jr. to return to the Senate on Wednesday to discuss updates on the case. For News 5, Justine Punsalang, we are One News.
Over 70 coastal barangays in Oriental Mindoro are now under state of calamity due to the oil spill from the sunken MT Princess Empress. 9 towns in the province are hard hit by the spillage, including Nauhan, Pola, Gloria, Pinamalayan, Bansud, Bongabong, Rojas, Mansalay, and Bulalakaw. The oil spill also reached Antique, prompting the town of Caluya to declare a state of calamity as well. So far, fishing communities in 4 island barangays in Caluya have been struggling with the oil spill. Jeepney drivers and operators say they will continue their strike against the PUV modernization program even if the number of protesters has dwindled. Gerald de la Peña has the story.
Transport Group Piston staged a protest in Caloocan, which they will continue until Malacanang comes up with an order junking the PUV modernization program. But the group admitted that the number of their supporters from various sectors was down compared to yesterday. In the Kamanava area, there are 7 jeepney associations who continued with the transport strike, but the drivers plying the Malabon Monumento route said that they are not sure if they can go on with the strike for a week as they have to earn. The MMDA said the number of deployed vehicles for free rides has been reduced. That's after some local government units asked for the removal of augmentation so these rides will not compete with PUVs that have already returned to their routes.
Sa Malacanang na po kami pupunta.
Manibela President Mar Valbuena said that he is currently in talks with Malacanang officials. He said that while the government's goal is to immediately put an end to the strike, Valbuena insisted that it should carefully study the PUV modernization, making sure that jeepneys are not phased out. That's especially true for units that still run well. Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista earlier said that he is still willing to hold talks with various transport groups and that the deadline for consolidation could still be extended as needed.
For News 5, Gerard de la Peña, we are One News.
We're bringing you more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Angela Lagunzad. The government will implement an energy conservation plan amid power's rising costs in the world market, and it will start with the Department of Energy. Finance Secretary Ben Jocno says that a top proposal is the adjustment of work hours at the DOE, which will be at 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also discussed the implementation of a work-from-home scheme on Fridays and setting the temperature of air conditioning units in DOE offices at 25 degrees Celsius. Jocno says that other agencies will adopt these measures if the Energy Department's experiment is successful. In sports, Pinoy athletes were honored last night in the Philippine Sports Writers Association Awards. Marty Bautista tells us more.
Pinoy athletes were not in their usual rubber sneakers and jerseys. All glammed up, they flocked to the Diamond Hotel in Manila for the Philippine Sports Writers Association Awards Night. Tokyo Olympics gold medalist Heidelin Diaz bagged the Athlete of the Year award for the second straight year. This is the third time the weightlifting queen took home the award. In her speech, Diaz says she will continue to inspire the youth to take up weightlifting while preparing for the 2024 Olympics campaign in Paris.
Gusto ko pa rin manalo sa Olympics. Gusto ko pa rin mag-weightlifting. Masaya ako and masaya akong makita na yung mga inu-influensya kong bata na sumali sa weightlifting na masaya sila. And masaya ako na hoping na mas marami pang weightlifter maglalaro sa Olympics.
Her parent organization, Samahang Weightlifting ng Pilipinas, also won National Sports Association of the Year. A Lifetime Achievement Award was given to the long jump queen of the Philippines, Elma Muros Posadas. She had won 15 gold medals across various athletic events in the Southeast Asian Games, tied for most in tournament history.
Bilang isang babae, empower women. So thank you Lord talaga. Iiwanan ko ng legacy ang mga kabataan sa pamagitan ng sports.
Meanwhile, a Hall of Fame award was awarded posthumously to Sprint Queen Lydia De Vega. De Vega and Muros Posadas competed side by side for the country in athletics. Her daughter, Stephanie Mercado, received the honor. Other awardees included Scotty Thompson and Serena Bolden, named Mr. Basketball and Miss Football respectively, while young tennis ace Alex Ayala was the recipient of the President's Award. 9 athletes considered to be the future of the Philippine sports were granted the Tony Sedayaw Awards. This is given to athletes younger than 17 years old who found success at an early age in their respective sports. After a fruitful year for Philippine sports, athletes are now setting their eyes on the Southeast Asian Games in May. In the last edition of the Games in Vietnam, the country took home 227 medals, including 52 golds.
Lahat tayo kailangang magdasal, maraming magic na gagawin, especially in Cambodia, no? So, kailangan natin ng suporta ng lahat ng Pilipino.
Phnom Penh, Cambodia will host this year's SEA Games. For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
One News Now will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm Angela Lagunzad. We are One News, all sides, all the time.